I don't even need to look at your Pinterest account to know that your Pinterest keyword strategy is seriously lacking. Now, in this video, I'm going to be walking you through how to find your Pinterest keywords, no matter the niche, the industry, or the business model. This is all part of my Pinterest Prep series, which is a foundations to Pinterest marketing as a business owner, a brand, or a creator. If you're new here, my name is Meagan Williamson. I'm a Pinterest expert, educator, and I've been helping business owners, creatives, bloggers, solopreneurs, famous artists, brands, a little bit, even Pinterest. I've even been hired by Pinterest to help them deliver high quality Pinterest marketing, tutorials, and training. And now you have found me. So you are with very, very good hands. And I want to make sure that if you're watching this video, you check out the other videos in this series, because I have created these videos to give you the foundation, the baseline for setting yourself up for success and growth on the platform. Now, the thing about me is that I have reviewed thousands of Pinterest accounts. I've been in the Pinterest marketing space for over 10 years. I used to run a Pinterest agency, and now I've had the pleasure of educating and mentoring thousands of people. So if I've looked at one, I've looked at a million Pinterest accounts, and even top performing, incredible Pinterest accounts aren't necessarily really fully maximizing their Pinterest keywords. So I really want to talk about those basic things you need to know and how you can begin your journey with doing great Pinterest keyword research that's absolutely free. So we're going to talk about Pinterest keyword research tools, a little tutorial to show you how you can find your keywords, and we're going to help set you on that pathway for success. Let's just get the big mistake or big out of the way to start with. One thing I notice is that a lot of business owners who are new to Pinterest bring some assumptions or baggage or their understanding of what works on other social media platforms and bring that to Pinterest. So we already know, or most of you should know, that Pinterest isn't social media. So the things that we do on other platforms that are built for engagement or entertainment don't really work on this visual search engine. We got to do things differently. The recipe is different, okay? So I don't want you to bring that baggage. Now, the next thing that often comes up is that people sometimes will talk about Pinterest SEO, and SEO stands for search engine optimization. And what I've noticed is, yes, there is overlap between SEO and your Pinterest keyword strategy or keywords, but they are not the same. Okay, so SEO tends to be more technical, or you need to use a different strategy. You are creating for search engines that are formatted in a different, or designed or created or run in a different way. Now, we also could talk about AEO. I'm not going to get into that in this particular video, but what I want you to acknowledge is that SEO and Pinterest keywords do have overlap, but they are not the same. So you need to separate out and don't try to just use your SEO to be the same as your Pinterest keywords. And people will say Pinterest keywords, Pinterest SEO, that does mean the same thing. But what we're talking about when we talk about Pinterest keywords is specific ideas, words, or phrases that are people, your future audience, your future customers, subscribers, buyers, people who want to follow you on the platform, the things that they are engaging with on the platform. So we call this search behavior. So the way that pinners search is different than how they look up content or look up the same thing on Google. So if you were to take one idea and look it up on Google, then look it up on Pinterest, you could even look it up on YouTube, and then also look it up on platforms like TikTok or Instagram, you're going to notice some slight differences. There's going to be variances between them. Now, maybe the root word or the two words at the base are the same, but the way the intent or how we search is different. So we want to optimize our Pinterest efforts, our Pinterest pins for what works on Pinterest. Okay, so now we've got that out of the way. You're not going to bring that to the table. And now we're going to move in to where you can be doing your keyword research and how you're going to find the ones that you're going to use in your Pinterest profile, your boards, your pins, your products, and help get more eyes on your business. That you need to know about me is that when I am engaging in marketing tasks and business activities, I'm always going to be on desktop or my laptop. Now, I understand that some people might not have access to a computer. What I would encourage you to do is to go to a local library, get a free account with that library, and use a computer. But if you can't do that, of course, you can always use your smartphone or a tablet, but the experience will be different. And I do think that when we are doing research and finding our keywords, we really want to be on a computer because it allows us to quickly copy that content, put it into a Google Doc, put it into Airtable, or maybe a Google Sheet to help keep track. That is up to you. Not everyone does that. I think that sometimes one of the easiest things to do is to pick one product, one lead magnet, one thing that you want to share to Pinterest that will help you make money or help you grow. And we look at optimizing that. Okay. So if we're on Pinterest, what we're going to do is you're going to see I'm on my home feed. On the right-hand side, there is this magnifying glass. What am I trying to say here? And you can see what my recent searches are. There's abstract watercolors, doormats. So let's, for the sake of this tutorial, we are going to focus on abstract watercolors. I love art. You can see that my walls are very, very boring. So if we just enter abstract art into the search bar and I click on the search bar, Pinterest wants to help me, a pinner, narrow down my search. So there are other phrases added here: art, painting, landscape, art inspiration, tutorial, flower, background, wallpaper. You can see that some is more related to products, so maybe like watercolor painting, whereas some was more like DIY or tutorial. If you sell something, you don't necessarily want to wade in to attracting people who are looking for painting tutorials. But what I will say is there's space for both, but we do want to be intentional with our language. So what you can see here is that not only does Pinterest make recommendations to refine my search as a regular person, to add more keywords and niche or funnel down your language, but they also have these beautiful colored tiles. And these tiles are a way to make it really easy for our customers, our future subscribers, clients, buyers, people who might be interested in working with us or supporting us to be able to refine their search behavior. Now, this is based on search volume. So they predict these words based on how pinners are actively searching on the platform. And this is very, very powerful for you as a business owner. We are going to have a little dog join us right now, so no bother. We are a dog-friendly environment. So what I want to encourage you to do is to spend some time in the search bar. I want you to look at the high-ranking results for the phrases that you are entering into the search bar. Now, it's always really a good idea when you are marketing your business to look at how other people are ranking for the phrases that you want to use to attract people to you. So this is called competitor analysis. So you can look at high ranking content and see what keywords they are using. So maybe I'm going to click around. Some does have keywords, some don't. Maybe these were populated by regular people, not necessarily, a particular person. But if we go down, so this person added a description, but no pin title. Okay, let's maybe I'm gonna look for a modern watercolor. So you can see when I clicked on this pin, we are seeing a beautiful video from Adeline Julie B. She's a watercolor artist. And here her pin title is Watercolor and Homemade Inks Abstract with her name. And she also has a keyword-rich pin description. Yay! So you can see that these keywords are being used to help Adeline Julie rank for abstract watercolor art. So this is a really good example where if you are in that space or that niche, that you might want to look at the words that other people are using. And in some cases, you're going to notice some pins don't have keywords associated with it. It doesn't mean that, sometimes there are just time periods where pins, because they're just beautiful and visual, they will do very, very well. So here's another good example. This one says botanical watercolor painting. And then down here, there's more information. You can see that there's a variety of images. You're going to want to make sure that they are visually similar to the type of work that you create. There's also some sponsored ads. You could look at those as well, but I like to look at high ranking organic content. So that is the first way that you can find keywords to be using and sprinkling into your Pinterest account, your Pinterest bio, your Pinterest pins. Now what we're going to do is, if you are a business user of Pinterest, you can click on the top left-hand side, navigate over to Analyze Performance, and click Pinterest Trends. Under Pinterest Trends, they have tried to make it as easy as possible for us creators and business owners to be able to conduct research about trends that are beginning to take off. So trending topics, literally the word. But we can also look at things that are, so growing trends, seasonal trends are things that come up every time, spring, fall, summer, winter, etc. Top monthly trends and top yearly trends. I want you to think outside the box about how your content, your pins, or your business could be leveraging or leaning into potentially looking at search trends. These are keywords that go up and down, and there's lots of different topics. In January, we see things, more people looking into journaling, eating healthy, budgeting. In the spring, we start to see all gardening topics begin to take off. In the summer, we see road trips and backyard activities. Heading into the fall, we see soups, we see autumn fashion. So there are these cyclical trends and things that map onto search behavior on Pinterest. And this can be really, really powerful for helping get you distributed widely very quickly in the algorithm on Pinterest. So what you're going to do is you can spend some time navigating around the trends overview. They will also show you trending selected or curated topics. So curating whimsy, incredibly chic things, viral yogurt recipes, button up. Is also the Pinterest Predicts guide. But if you click on search trends, you can select what type of research you're going to do. So growing trends, seasonal trends, monthly trends, yearly trends. So let's select seasonal, and you can see that like green bean casserole had a huge explosion. Coachella nails. Coachella happens at this time of year that I'm recording this. You can see that some things are kind of evergreen in nature, others aren't. Now, if we click over to top monthly, you can see things like spring nails, wallpaper. What I might do is look up spring art, right? And see if there's anything that comes up. Now, spring art, I was looking up watercolor art or abstract art. You can see that spring art doesn't shockingly have that much search volume in the summer and winter, but people start to look up spring art as early as January and February, and then it peaks in March and then has a slow sort of downwards. So that gives you an idea of when that particular topic or keyword phrase has increased interest or search volume for that time of year. So you can use this to plan and map out your content creation process or your product launches. Another thing that you can do for competitor analysis or research or even keyword ideas is look at popular pins for your industry or your niche. Now, if we were to put in abstract art or abstract painting, let's do that. You can see that it's fairly popular all year round, but again, we can see the top ranking pins for abstract art. So I'm going to bring that up and show you that because I think it's really interesting to be able to navigate around. Now, another little tip for doing some keyword research for your Pinterest marketing is to not forget that we can filter results. So right now it is showing me all pins. We can filter by videos, boards, profiles, products. And I think that sometimes looking around at high ranking accounts or even boards is going to help you to better understand your audience on Pinterest. So this is really about understanding the search behavior of your audience and then making it easy for the technology to distribute you at the right moment, at the right time to the right person on Pinterest. If you found this video helpful, make sure you are subscribed to my channel and check out my other videos in my Pinterest prep video series. I know that if you found this video helpful, you're going to love the other ones. Now, I do always have to tell you about my email list because that is where I share the very best, most up-to-date resources, my thoughts about what's going on in Pinterest marketing and beyond. You're going to find the details for that below this video. And again, if you enjoyed this, make sure you're subscribed, leave me a comment. I love hearing from you and I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.